What's up, guys? Welcome to Shades 2. Thank you so much for tuning in. It is Tuesday, May the 6th, 2025, 2:13 p.m. out here on the West Coast. Guys, this is day 2 of Sean Diddy Combs' jury selection trial thing going on, okay? So I do have some updates regarding that and a couple of TikTok videos to show you concerning that. You guys, let me go ahead and do this copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Oh my God. Wait a minute, hold on, y'all. I gotta find it. There go this. Wait a minute, hold on. Okay, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commenting, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. That entire copyright disclaimer is in my description area. Part of it is scrolling across that screen, and it will be in my comment section as soon as I get a chance to, okay? I'm looking at this background, it's moving. Okay, Jermaine, is something behind it? Let's see, y'all. Let me check it out. Okay, the clouds are moving in the back because I'm like, why is it moving like that? But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and let me ask you guys to do me a couple of favors. If you enjoyed this content today, please thumbs it up. Also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe below and hit that bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Make sure you share and leave a comment. And thank you guys so much. All right. And welcome to everybody in the bushes, everybody who's watching this in the replay. And over here in the chat, we got Jermaine in the place to be. Jermaine in the place to be. He said, like, share, and comment, and subscribe. Support the channel via a super chat, super sticker, or cash app at $Shades2. He says support goes beyond just listening. Your likes, comments, shares, and donations help make this possible. And Shades worked hard to bring you these lives, and she deserves to see more support. Thank you. Thank you, Jermaine. That was a sweet little message up there. All right. Here we go with this right here, you guys. Let's turn this off. Okay. So I got a lot of little news that's coming up on my phone, you guys. Damn, it's a lot. I've been in here unpacking and redecorating. I did my garage. So I was out there putting pictures up, posters on in the garage and stuff, and putting things in the crates and stuff that I have. And so I didn't even notice all this little stuff was coming up on my phone and stuff, all this information. So let me save some of it. But anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day today, a blessed day. And I hope you are at work or at home chilling, And if you are at work, make sure you listen to me on the download, either listen, or if you can watch, but if you can listen, but make sure you do your job. If you are at home, get yourself to eat, drink, and relax and seat, and then get ready to watch this little live with me, okay? Let me go ahead and change this banner. I forgot to do something. This is what you call rushy, because I just literally ran upstairs. I still have to do my reaction video. Let's see. Where's the thing that I had yesterday? I'm trying to find it. Oh, here it is. I can just edit this and just change it to jury day 2. All right, let's put it up there. Because yesterday I forgot to put it up until the show was basically over. So let's put that up there, okay? So this is Diddy's jury selection day 2. And let me let y'all watch this video first. Let them go over it. And then I'll go over it. And then we can talk about it briefly. Okay? All right. I think I said everything I needed to say. Let me change this banner right here. And then we are going to go ahead and do this. All right? Okay. So let's go ahead and go back to media and mute this music. And we're going to listen to a couple of TikTokers talk about day 2. I hope that dude that I was watching yesterday pops up, or either that girl. I should have subscribed to them so I could have known. Let me take this mess off here. Spotify is annoying. All right, so let me go ahead and do this. I already got it pulled up in the back, okay? I told you I've been getting on it, Let's go ahead and do it. It's right here. Okay, so let's see which one we want to use. So let's look at the day Diddy's trial day 2. I don't see that dude on here. Let me just see if I see him. Oh, here he is right here. Is this him right here? Oh, I think he just did. Let's look at him. I want to watch him. All right, I'm actually probably going to, I may subscribe to him. Let's see. Let's watch.
Patriots, this is Secret Service Salmon. This is the exact moment I just got my phone back. I just got out of the Diddy trial. More jury selection. I got notes for you today. So let's get into it, Patriots. Juror number 88 did not want to serve because she had a bad knee and was going to be getting a knee replacement. So she thought that she would not be somebody good to serve, because I don't blame her. Who wants to get into this case? Nobody wants to be in it. I was just talking about how awful it would be to get chosen for this jury selection. It's not just regular jury duty you're being selected for. They're asking for personal information. People have had traumatic events happen in their life and they have to talk about it, and we are reporting about it. So it's very invasive. She said question number 5, which there's a list of 14 questions. And if they say yes, they will have a problem. Then the judge says, well, what is it? She says her son works for Rockland County and he's a prosecutor that does criminal cases. So the judge says, will that affect your bias in this case? She said it would not. But actually, she did say it would make it hard. The judge says, does that make it hard for you? And she said, when I read that question, I said, I thought about my son, and he goes, I know you love your son. Everybody laughed. By the way, the judge is funny. He's got jokes. Everybody laughed. And she did say, yes, he is. I do love him. He is wonderful. But she would not be biased. Then he said, will that make you fair and impartial? And, can I hold you accountable to be able to prove that he's guilty beyond a reasonable doubt? She said, I would try to be fair and unbiased, Your Honor. And then he excused her, and we don't know if she will be selected. That's all for now on her. Secret Service Sam Mount Sampson for president of TikTok. Patriots, this is Secret Service Sam, and this is the exact moment I just got my phone back. I just got out of the Diddy trial. More jury selection. I got notes for you today. So let's get into it, Patriots. Juror number 88 did not want to serve because she had
Okay. She know good and dead going well, guys. She is not going to be biased, okay? Like if I was there, and since my son works for law enforcement, and they asked me a question, I would try to be, fair, but come on now. So he probably would have to dismiss me as well, because these people be lying. They know they're not going to be fair. Let's keep it real, But anyway, I kind of like him. I don't know what he stands for, so because I need to find out what he stands for and everything. But let's see if we can find one more. Let me see if I can find the other girl who was talking about it as well. I don't know where hers is at. This is not her right here, okay? I don't see her, but so did he talk again? I wonder, is this him part 2? Because this one was 5 hours ago. This was 6 hours ago. Let's see if this is a different one, okay?
It's Diddy trial week, and Diddy admitted to the judge that
this is a different one. This is not this late. I hate when they do this.
It's Diddy trial week, and Diddy admitted.
Not bringing up his. I don't know why it does that sometimes. It's showing hers. I don't want to see hers. Let's see. That's a day, 7 hours. Let's see what she's talking about. All right. Now I think this is still. I don't know what is going on with TikTok. And let me see if I click on hers, would it show his right here?
I'm sorry, Judge. I'm a little nervous today. That was a statement made by P. Diddy to the judge on his first day of.
Okay, this is the first day. I don't know what's going on because it won't show this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and read that because I definitely don't want to see her. Okay, I really just don't. Okay, so yeah. So let's go ahead and let me tell you what I have. Okay. I wonder is hers, is she look like she may be tripping out. Let's see. Okay, so let me go ahead and read mine because I don't know what's going on here. And let me just stop his, this right here, and leave it here. And just pause here.
Patriots.
All right. Okay. So let me go ahead and tell you guys what I got, because these people, man, I don't know what's going on with TikTok. Yeah, those questions are like invasive, but he said that they shouldn't ask these questions, right? And he said because people are going to the media and people us and all that, we will be talking about it. But the thing is, and he said they shouldn't do it, but the thing is, we can talk about it, but I don't think we have to actually tell you guys exactly what they asked, because I don't recall yesterday if I did that or not, but I don't think I did. I think I did tell you that they was asking personal questions. I'm not sure if I did, but if I did do it, I probably won't do it today, okay? Because it is a hot ass mess. We don't have to really tell you guys exactly what the judge asked them. We can just tell you it was a very personal question, especially if you're so concerned about their privacy being violated or whatever the case is. Okay, so let me screenshot this. I'll check this when I get off of here, and let's go ahead and give you the information that I have. First thing first, let me go over here and check out what Jermaine sent me. Thank you, Jermaine, for the information as well. Okay, and sorry about being late, y'all. Y'all know what I was in here doing stuff like always. Okay, so anyway, so this is day 2 of Diddy's jury selection. Okay, so like we already know, potential jurors were questioned for a second day in Sean Diddy Combs' sweeping federal X-Crimes trial. And we already know what that, involves, okay? Okay, we're gonna go over this. We're not gonna go over this. So anyway, on today, the jurors were repeatedly asked if they or family members or friends have been a victim of sexual assault, sexual harassment, or domestic violence, and whether they or a loved one have been charged or accused of the crimes. So again, I know if I was there, I would probably get dismissed because I was a victim of domestic violence. And then, like I said, my son is in law enforcement, so I probably wouldn't even be, able to be on the day going in the jury. Now, one question was particularly interesting for some. They did ask, have you communicated to others, posted your opinion on social media or online, or liked any social media post about Sean Diddy Combs? If so, when and where did you post or state your opinion? So that's going to probably lead out a lot of people because it depends on what they said, I guess. Okay. Now, as this case continues, prosecutors also want to ask these potential jurors, about their feelings on law enforcement and experiences with the government. Now, Combs' team wants potential jurors to describe the music they like and their opinions about the hip hop and rap music industry. And I know why they probably want, to ask that, because if these people have any negative feelings about hip hop or the rap music industry, then that probably would make them biased in his trial. Okay. And if they don't know anything about it, how can they even be up there, Anyway, the defense team's proposed questionnaire also suggested they want to know if jurors are open-minded to alternative sexual lifestyles. So once again, that's probably going to weed me out if I was there, because I can just imagine how I would probably answer that question. Jermaine said, we all know someone that's been on one end or the other involving domestic violence. That's true. Now, jurors have questioned one by one by Judge Aaron Submaranian. The prosecution and defense also questioned to determine whether they are qualified to serve on Combs' jury. Now, during his final pretrial hearing on May the 2nd, Combs confirmed he turned down a potential plea deal. A judge previously rejected a request from the rapper's legal team to delay the start of the trial, as we know. And I'm not even have to repeat this other stuff right here. Let's see what else they got. And we already know who Diddy's lawyers are and everything else. And we already know that they looked at that, the jurors looked at that domestic violence video of him and Cassie. Okay. Okay, so let's see what happened today besides them going back over the same thing. Thank you, Jermaine, for that information as well. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Jermaine. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else we have concerning this trial. I mean, it's the jury selection, day 2. So let's see here. So I don't know if one jury or they're just putting this out here. Let me see exactly what they're saying. They said, though, in this article by TMZ that Diddy can buy his way out of this federal case. This is according to a potential juror. And he claims something is on that questionnaire that indicates this, I guess. So let's see. So they said Diddy's successfully excluded a prospective juror who took a cynical look at the legal system, keeping a woman off the jury who thought the rap mogul might be able to purchase his freedom. Now, this went down in court today with a judge asking juror number 48 if they answered yes to any questions posed on the questionnaire. And she admitted there was one where she gave the affirmative because of an alleged attempted rape. Okay. Let's see here. Now, while she did not say she couldn't be fair, apparently she wrote on the questionnaire that Sean has money and could potentially buy his way out of trouble. So she wrote that down. You know what I'm saying? When asked what she meant by her answer, juror number 48 replied, "Just what I wrote." So no room for interpretation in this case, and the candidate was sent packing. I don't know why they begin smart like that. I mean, damn, just explain why you wrote that. And I mean, honestly, that might be true, in some cases. We know it is for some cases, but for some cases and certain people, I don't care how much money you have, you don't get off. You know what I'm saying? When you said that, especially pertaining to hip hop, which makes sense. Yeah. Now, another prospect admitted they had to hire a lawyer after they got caught shoplifting at Universal Studios. What? What? These people are crazy. While a third was excluded for working for Simon & Schuster, the publisher of Al B. Sure memoir, Do You Believe Me Now? So why would they even call these people in? I guess they don't do like a background check before they, get people. I don't know. That's crazy. I guess they just, as long as you, I guess because they already weed people out to make sure you don't have no felonies or anything like that. So that's why they send you that card. So I guess they don't really do anything other than that. I guess, I don't know. So anyway, that's tripped out, especially the other woman. Okay. So among other developments at this early stage of the trial, prosecutors say they are having trouble getting victim number 3 to testify. And the prosecution is pissed about famed attorney Mark Gregoras, I guess, or I don't know how you pronounce his name, the co-host of our Two Angry Men podcast, and Diddy's attorney, Tenny G. So that's the father of her, I guess, Anyway, prosecution is pissed because they was consulting with the defense team in court despite not being on Diddy's extensive legal team. So Mark G, attorney Mark G, and then the co-host of our Two Angry Men podcast, and Diddy's attorney, Tenny G, father consulting with the defense team in court despite not being on Diddy's extensive legal team. So I'm thinking what they are trying to say is that Tenny, because she is one of the attorneys, her dad and her were I guess she was consulting, or the father was consulting with her, in court, even though he's not part of Diddy's huge legal team. That's what I think that part of that means. So prosecutors are pissed about that. All right. Now, as we know, Diddy was initially charged with 3 counts: 1 count of ex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, 1 count of transportation engaged in the P word, 1 count of racketeering conspiracy. Okay. But in April 2025, he was hit with 2 more charges, another ex-trafficking count and another transportation to engage in the P word. All right. Bringing the total number to 5. Diddy has pled not guilty to all charges. And it's clear at least one person thinks his massive bank account may help beat them all. And she is not the only person who thinks that, okay? Period. You know, other people probably think the same thing. They just wasn't going to write that there, you know? Because if you write it there, then you're not going to be able to be in the jury. Okay, that's crazy. Let me read one of these comments. This man right here, ladies, people so ready to covet this man without it even yet, but voted a convicted ex in the White House. Now make that make sense. And you know what? Honestly, I agree with this person right here because you know, some American people are so hypocritical, it's plain ridiculous. These people talk about people doing crimes, but yet look who they put into the White House. Come on now. And then when you say this to them, then they have an excuse, like always. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why people think certain things just applies in certain situations, but it shouldn't apply in all of them. You know, how can you vote someone in the White House and they have extensive, you know, charges and things like that, but yet you want to trip out over Diddy and over all these other people? You guys put somebody in the White House that is a felon. All right, let's keep it real. Okay, so Charles said they stopped this charade. Diddy did not do anything illegal. If he flew a girl to see him who wasn't his girlfriend and gave her some money, I don't see nothing wrong with that. He's rich. Everyone expects to get some money from a super wealthy guy went around someone so rich. I don't believe he forced anyone to do drugs or have, you know what, with him without their own consent. This case is BS and a waste of taxpayers' money. Some people think that this case is, you know, in retaliation for him taking that company, you know, to court. Okay, so you just never know. You know what I'm saying? Because one has to wonder. They claim he's been doing this for a long time. So why now? Why now? Right after he took the other people to court and things like that. It's kind of odd. Somebody said this is going to be messy. Bribery and threats will set him free. Well, we don't know. Okay. Kimberly said he's a damn dirtbag that needs to pay for his crimes. Kim, how do you know what crimes he committed? Let's wait to see the evidence first. You guys are always jumping to conclusions, man. Hold on. It's plainly ridiculous. Let's see what the prosecution team has, you know, in the form of evidence. Let's see what they have, and then we can go from there. Then we can say, oh yeah, Diddy did all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't know. Hold on, you guys. Let me get my finger up out. We don't know for sure, y'all. We just do not know if he actually did everything that they are saying. We really don't know if he did anything. We know the only thing we know for sure that Diddy did is beat the crap, and that's on everything. That's what we do know. We do know that, and I wish he would have filed charges a long time ago when it happened. Okay, yeah, I really do. But that's what we do know. We know that he beat the crap out of her. I mean, that's there, right there in that video. So we know that. But all of these other things we need to see proof. And once the trial starts, then we will see if this man did all of these things that they are accusing him of. And that's all I can say. We don't know though, because we have to see that evidence. So let's see the evidence of what? The reality is oh no, this is he talking about Trump now. Let me stop. So so the prosecutors are really struggling to secure an alleged victim's testimony. And I wonder why. Why is that? Why is that? Okay, let's see here. So they claim that this woman doesn't live close to New York City, and they say it's possible she won't attend the trial even if she is subpoenaed. Okay. So lead prosecutor Maureen Comey told the judge she would briefly mention the woman in her opening statements, but would not describe her story until the second half of the trial. So the prosecution, you guys, plans to call on at least 3 star witnesses to testify against Sean Diddy Combs. We know one is Cassie, and I'm pretty sure the other one is probably Dawn. All right. Now, the other 3 people are not, we don't know who they are, but I bet you, in one may be Dawn, one may be that dude. What's that dude's name? The one in the civil lawsuit. What's that guy's name? I cannot remember his name, Little Rod or something like that. It may be him, or either it's some other former employees like Howard's or, you know, people like that. Probably so. Now, prosecutors previously indicated that one of the witnesses claimed Combs allegedly forced her to undergo a medical procedure. I cannot remember who that is, but I remember telling you guys about that. Do you remember, Jermaine? Yeah, I can't remember who it was, but yeah, she said that Combs made her get some type of medical procedure. I think it was to fix that area down there because of the rough stuff that was going on. Actually, I think, because, you know, I've been getting all this stuff mixed up because, you know, I've been talking about it since November 2023. Now, they say it's not clear which witness it is, but the feds claimed the procedure was related to ex-trafficking charge. I remember talking about her. It's a lady. Hey, Kim. I just don't remember which one it is, because I was telling you guys that they did, allegedly, they did so much, you know, so many extra things to her. I think she had to get that area down there fixed up or something like that. I'm not sure. Something like that. So I think that's it. So they said, according to TMZ, the alleged procedure also speaks directly to the degree of control Diddy had over her. Consent to specific extra acts is relevant to these questions or on coercion. So, but then again, what if, who's to say he did not pay her some money, you know, and give her even more money, and she agreed at that time to do it? So, you know, like I said, hopefully if he's innocent, hopefully his defense team has information, proof that shows he did not coerce this lady into doing this medical procedure. All right. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I did talk about it and I told you guys what it was. I just don't remember. Now, in response, Combs' legal team told prosecutors they need to inform them about their plans for the alleged victim by the end of the week. The artist and his lawyers reportedly worked well together on the first day of jury selection. However, Combs told the judge he was a little nervous while the defense asked for a bathroom break, you know, while he was in that court. And like I said, this jury selection will probably last until the end of this week, even though they did say it could wrap up by tomorrow. And only 12 jurors will be selected, along with 6 alternates. Okay? And all jurors will remain anonymous throughout the trial. And like, even when they gave me a jury thing, I was on standby. So I guess that's what the alternates do, just in case somebody gets sick or can't do it. And I'm glad they did not. I'm glad everybody went. Honestly, I'm really, because I didn't want to sit through that mess. Okay, let me get this real quick.
There are all the right sectors.
Okay, hold on. Let me stop there. This is Russell Brand. Let me just hold his for later. Yeah, I told y'all about him too. It's not just Diddy. It's a lot of these stars. You know, some stars, I won't say a lot, but there's some stars are up for almost similar situations. You know, similar charges that Diddy is in jail for right now. Okay, let's see what else we got here about Diddy. So let's look at this right here. Is this the same thing that I just went over, just in a different way? Let me check this out and make sure first. Oh yeah, this is the same one. It's Teeny's dad, okay, who was on his podcast. No. Hold on. No, I'm wrong. Let's see here. They said federal prosecutors want a judge to get rid of a lawyer helping Diddy, who also co-hosts a TMZ podcast. The attorney, Mark G, said on his Two Angry Men podcast that Sean Combs has a violent temper. So how's he helping Diddy if he said that? Okay, anyway, federal prosecutors asked the judge overseeing Sean Diddy Combs' criminal trial to admonish a lawyer advising his defense, arguing it was appropriate for the attorney to discuss the case on his TMZ podcast. It is the Teeny's dad, of course, the same person I just said in the first place. The lawyer, Mark G, co-hosts the Two Angry Men podcast with Harvey Levin, the founder of TMZ. In an episode posted online Friday, Mark discussed a key piece of evidence expected to be shown at the trial, which is that security video showing Cassie getting beat up by Combs. And then he said it was a character assassination, okay? He said you give the prosecution props. It's a prosecution by proxy. He also said that footage was aired on CNN. It was edited in a misleading way. He said the original footage, a version of which is expected to be shown in the trial, may back up a version of events presented by Combs' lawyers. Oh, this is going to be a trip. He said, I have known Sean for a long time. Okay, that's why he said he has a violent temper, especially when you combine it with his, DRUG use. But that isn't what he's charged with. Okay, that's what Mark said, Cheney's dad. In court, Combs' legal team has said that Cassie hit Combs in the head. I told y'all when I was talking about this originally, I said that Sean said that Cassie threw her cell phone and hit him or something upside the head when they was arguing about something. I can't remember what they was arguing about, okay? But anyway, they said then she left the hotel room with a bag of his clothing, leading him to chase her in the hallway. But let me tell you something, Sean. You can chase her and grab the bag. You did not have to do all the other stuff. Come on now. You did not have to do all the other stuff. So, honestly, if anything he should be on trial for that I know there's proof of is just what he did in this video. It doesn't matter that it does matter that she hit him upside the head with a phone. But at the same time, when he ran behind her, he could have just took his clothes and tell her not to ever come back again and just be gone. Why even hit her? And I understand he has a violent temper, but you know what? You knew the cameras were on, okay? You knew you were in a hotel. So come on, you got to think. You know what I'm saying? They say, have you ever had a situation where your significant other took your cell phone? And does that take you from 0 to 60 really quick? That's what Mark said, Mark G. Listen, my son was doing something he shouldn't be doing. He was on the phone talking to somebody else, okay? When his girlfriend caught him, all right? She was hiding in the closet. I told y'all this story before. So while he was talking on the phone to his now wife, his girlfriend bust out the closet and popped him dead upside the head with a cell phone. I mean, she hit him so hard. He remembered what we taught him. You better not. You better not. So instead of hitting her, he punched a hole into the wall and then he told her to get out. This is the way you handle. You don't run down a hall and grab her and do all this weird shit. He could have just took his stuff and told her never to come back here again. All right? He could have even cussed her out and then left. That's stupid. So anyway, I understand what Mark is doing, but I mean, come on, dude. He should have done that. All right? Period. Anyway, so he said, when a woman take your phone, it can take you from 0 to 60 really quick. Now, Mark hasn't filed court papers indicating he's representing Combs, but he has been in the courtroom sitting with Combs' legal team during jury selection on Monday and Tuesday. Prosecutors said Mark G. apparent role as an advisor to the defendant in the defense team means his podcast comments violated a rule about lawyers giving extrajudicial statements while the case is ongoing. The need for the court's admonishment is necessary given that as recently as 3 days ago, Mr. Mark G. spoke at length about the trial in this case in his podcast called Two Angry Men. Mr. G podcast with Harvey Levin, the creator of TMZ. That's what they wrote in their Tuesday letter. Now, Combs has appeared to be deeply involved in the jury selection process. On Tuesday, he was in constant conversation with his two lawyers beside him, and he nodded when particular jurors told the judge they believed they could serve fairly. Now, on that podcast, Mark G said he would continue to discuss the Combs case in future episodes. Neither Mr. G nor representatives for TMZ immediately responded to business requests or comment from Business Insider. So we already know what he's accused of. We're not going to go back into all of that. All right. So in that podcast, attorney Mark G, discussed other elements of the case too, including what he expected from jury selection and how the prosecutors would handle the case. He said, "You have got a six-pack of white women." Okay, he said that. "You've got a six-pack of white women." All right, that's what Mark G said of the all-female prosecution team. He also said he hasn't been able to get information from his daughter, Tenny G, an attorney at the law firm Agnifilio Trader, who is representing Combs and has formally filed the appropriate papers to do so. He said, "You raised it through college and you get nothing." I mean, I guess they made a typo here. I guess they meant to say, "You raised her through college and you get nothing." And that's what Levin Harvey, joked. He said, I can put it. What about saying I can put her through college and I get not only nothing, I get a lot of pushback. That's what Mark said in response. Nothing less, during the Friday podcast episode, Mark G appeared to be clued in on the case behind the scenes. Now, according to Harvey, Combs' legal team really, really wanted to get a female Black lawyer, I think for kind of obvious reasons, but they were not able to hire one. And then Mark G pushed back. "Well, I'm telling you, I'm not so sure that you are right. I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to speak out of school, but I have heard very strong rumors." Okay. Now, on Tuesday afternoon, another lawyer filed an appearance to represent Combs, Nicole Westmoreland. She is Black, so they were wrong, and Mark G was right when he said what he said. I tell you, these people don't be knowing what they're talking about. Now, Nicole Westmoreland previously represented, oh my God, these names, Cromar B. I don't even know how you pronounce this. Y'all, what in the hell is going on with these names? Quamarvious. Marvius Nichols, a co-defendant of rapper Young Thug, who pleaded guilty to racketeering charges in ATL last year. Okay, next time use this name, his alias name or something. Damn, goodness. But anyway, these names, man. Oh man. Anyway, Jermaine said, "Liars. These are all lies. All lies." Kim, hey hun, how you doing? Happy and blessed Wednesday. You said he paid her millions for that. What more can she do? Facts. I don't know. She took that money and still told. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Mm-mm-mm. So anyway, I'm not going to read those comments. Let's see what else we got. That's a trip right there, huh? But, you know, clearly he knows what he's talking about. And you know what? That's kind of good that his daughter's not discussing everything with him because she does not supposed to, okay? Okay, so that's a good thing. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this real quick. There's so much stuff. Well, let me see what they're saying in this article about Carmelo Anthony. Oh, wow. They just fighting back and forth. This is a shame, you guys. Man. Mm-mm-mm. So let's see what else we got here. Okay, I think I got everything with Diddy for today. I really do. I think that's it for day number 2. All right. I think I told y'all everything. Did I miss anything, Jermaine? Because I think I got everything. Let me see if there's anything else. I think I covered everything with the jurors' questions, the other stuff I just covered. I think I told y'all everything that you need to know about today. Day number 2. So we're looking forward to seeing day 3 now. All right, day 3. Let's see. Let me make sure. Is there anything else? Sean, no, Diddy. Let's use Diddy. I should have asked Gemini. Let me ask Gemini real quick. I don't think Gemini is on this phone. I'm going to have to do it the old school way, okay? Diddy News. Let's see if they got anything else up here. So we already went over this. We already know this. We already know this. Okay, we just went over this. Let me see if I missed any questions that I need to tell you guys about. Let's see. I don't think so. Yes, yeah, I already did all of this. Okay. Yeah, we already went over all of this. I guess I could show you this little picture of him in court, huh? Let me see. This looks like the same one from yesterday. It's got a big thing over, so I can't, take that off right now. Let me stop this real quick. Stop screen. Let's get him off of here. Let me show y'all. Oh, man, it went off. Hold on. Let's go back to that. So we can see it right here. So that's him right there in court, okay? I guess that's today. I don't know. These sketches are a trip. So, yeah, it is what it is. Y'all got anything y'all want to say? Yeah, Gemini. Don't worry about Gemini, okay? And worry about Nova, stinking ass, Nova Scotia. Worry about her. I don't like Nova, all right? Let's see here. Let's see what else they got here. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. Do they have anything else? Not really. It's the same thing. I wonder what he had on today. Let's see. Yeah, hold on. So they still got 35. I don't know. They said there are 35 qualified potential jurors so far. And then Judge Submaranian said by tomorrow, I am sure we will have 45 jurors who have not been struck for cause. So let's see. It said attorneys on both sides agreed they could begin pre-impeachatory strikes after a brief break, and then we would have our jury. So let's see. So they said on Monday, excuse me, y'all, when jury selection started, obviously, Sean Combs, told the judge he was a little nervous. That's why he had to go to the restroom, I guess. But today, they said when the jury selection started, no, they said today he did not make any audible remarks, okay? They say he sat at the defense table in a dress shirt, a crew neck sweater, and slate gray slacks. He put his hand over his heart when he spotted a familiar face and put on glasses when reading documents. Okay, so who was that familiar face? Okay, it said Combs appeared to follow the responses of potential juries. We already talked about that. He smiled when one woman asked if she recognized any of the celeb names who could come up at the trial. and responded, I wish I did. Okay, well, damn, she must be old as shit and living in a closed, I don't know, closed environment. Because damn, I think even if I was 80, my mom know who Sean Diddy Combs is, and a bunch of people do. So I mean, maybe she just does not know and probably never listened to that type of music, watched any videos, commercials, anything. I just do not believe it. But anyway, it is what it is. So, prospective juror number 210 admitted he smokes weed. And so the judge was happy that he was honest about that. So that probably would eliminate a lot of people if they use that for elimination, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people be out there smoking that weed. You know what I'm saying? He just said, I'm going to order you not to use weed during this trial. Can you follow that? And then the man lied and said yes. Okay. He lied and said yes. Okay. He claimed that he used weed once a day, and the judge followed up. Would that be hard for you, given how often you use it? And he responded, it would be. I knew it. I knew he couldn't do it. These people be lying all the time about stop smoking weed. They worse than me with these damn M&Ms. Okay. So he was excused. I knew good and damn well he could not stop from smoking weed. I just knew he was lying. Talking about, yes, he could. Yeah, please. Okay. So the judge said he is honest. I'll say that. And then people in the courtroom started laughing. Okay. You know, good and damn well, when the judge first asked him, he should have said, no, I can't stop smoking weed. Okay. Period. So they did say qualified potential jurors have been harder to come by on the second day of the jury selection in Sean Combs' case. And then a woman was excused after she said she heard a Russian comedy song about the daggone case. I told you they know about this stuff all over the daggone world. She mentioned the name of the comedian. And of course, Judge Submaranian said he had not heard of him. Of course not, because he's over there in that country. Another woman was excused after she said she could not participate in actually explicit discussion. I cannot do this. Oh my gosh, I'm laughing because, man, this is funny to me, okay? She said, I am a very sensitive person. I could faint or black out. Okay, so I cannot do this. So when she, forget it. Okay, lady. Anyway, the judge excused a father of two who called the accusations troubling. The man claimed to have seen only a few headlines about the Combs case, but when pressed, the man showed a fluency with some of the details. This man has an agenda of some sort. That's what defense attorney Mark Agnafilo said. I feel like he's trying to get on this jury. He may be there to do some other weird shit. So get rid of him. You know what I'm saying? A woman who works for a company that imports avocados was excused when she said she is slightly biased. Wait a minute, hold up. Toward police officers because her relatives work in law enforcement. Now, like I said, you know, I got relatives working in law enforcement. My son, which is the closest one. I don't think I would be biased, you guys. I just don't. I mean, I know people who be doing all types of stuff, but I don't run to tell my son, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Or any other officers I know. So I don't think I would be. I think I could actually, you know, sit on that jury and look at the case and look at the information and decide correctly. I really do. And if I was there, that's what I would have told the judge, you know. And they got rid of her ass. Okay, she said she would like to think. That means that you have a possibility that you probably will. Okay, that's crazy, y'all. So the 6 of the first 7 prospective jurors failed to qualify for the jury pool. And then this other woman said the things she had heard about the case caused her view of Combs to lean negative. So, now, like I said, I think it's going to be hard finding people, man. I mean, this case is everywhere. I mean, didn't they let all this other foolishness get out to the public, which they should have kept that concealed? It's going to be hard, but that may be good for Sean Combs' defense. You know what I'm saying? Gosh, this lady already convicted him, so you know they were going to put her off of it. Let's see what else they got. So the other woman who said that his money could get him off, so of course she got knocked off. Well, knocked out. These people are crazy, man. So a real estate broker said he was unsure how seeing the 2016 video of Combs kicking and dragging Cassie through a LA hotel affected his impression of the case. So he was dismissed. They say he had a very long, a very thoughtful delay when Your Honor was asking about the video. That's what Agnafilo said. He also said there's just such a danger when these videos are out in the public and then we try to get them into the jury selection. They should have never let that stuff came out. So like I said, this may work good for Sean Combs' defense. Because remember when Sean Combs' team was trying to get this omitted because he said it would probably play a role into how the jury and people will see him, and that would make the jury probably biased. He may be right. So this is going to be a trip out ass case, you guys. Okay, so they dismissed another man who said he clicked on a news article about jury selection while he was riding the Metro North home from court. Why would he do that? He said, I shouldn't have, but I did. Okay. If you just went in for jury selection, why would you go look up information about anything pertaining to this case? He didn't want to be on that stand, okay? They said this is going to be a long trial. There's going to be a lot of media. The government is concerned with the jurors' ability to follow directions. They're not following directions already. I mean, if they say, don't be looking up stuff, why are you, right after you left, why would you be looking up anything? That is crazy. That is crazy, you guys. I never heard of this before in my life. But you know what? I knew they were going to have problems, because how in the hell can you pick people who don't know who this man is, or they have not heard about anything? That person who claims she did not know who Sean was, she got to be old, or either, you know, she just never in her life listened to any type of R&B, hip hop. Hell, he got songs with other people though that don't even sing hip hop or rap or anything like that, right? So I don't believe no one knows who this dude is. I just do not know. Yeah, I saw it already, Jermaine. I just wanted to show that. What is this? What is this right here? Sequester jury. Let me see what that means. I know I pronounced it wrong, so you don't have to correct me. I can go to Google, speak. That's how you. It's sequestered. I don't know. Questioner. I don't know. Let's see. Y'all, I got some gum in my mouth today for my tongue because I'm tired of biting my tongue on the side. Yeah, I'm talking a little bit better today. But that shit be hurting. Okay, so let's see how do you pronounce this? Sequestered, I guess. Okay, let's see. They did not say it out loud. Here it is right here. Let's see.
Sequestered.
I said it right. Sequestered.
Sequestered.
Okay, sounds so weird. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I said it correctly. That means it's a legal term referring to a jury that is isolated from the public and outside influences during a trial. Okay, so now we know what that is. Thank you, Jermaine. So maybe they will put them, I don't know, maybe they will put them all in a hotel or something together, different rooms, and keep everything away from them. If they did that, damn, I would definitely not answer those questions correctly. Damn. So they're gonna be isolated from the public. They may in outside influences. That's crazy. If they do that, that's gonna be tripped out. So they probably won't be able to watch TV. So they said this is usually done in high profile or controversial cases to prevent the jury from being exposed to news reports, media coverage, or other information that could potentially sway their decision. So let's see. So like I just said, they usually put them in a hotel or other designated location, which is close to the courthouse, and they are supervised by court officials and may have limited contact with family and friends. They cannot read. They cannot read newspapers, watch television, use social media, or discuss the case with anyone outside of the room. That's crazy. I definitely would answer those questions wrong. Hold on for 1 second, you guys. I'll be right back. I have to go get my clothes out the dryer. Hold on. Y'all, give me 2 more minutes, okay? I got to put these stuff in. Y'all know I got to do this because I got to get ready to go soon. So I got to go ahead and put this in the washer for my stuff. Because I don't like getting off schedule. I do not like getting off schedule. So bear with me for another 2 minutes. Let me put this in the washing machine real quick. I'm trying to get my shirt too put on. Hold on. It's like laundry day for me today. So I only get 2 days. So I have to go ahead and get these done. It's the last day. So hold on for 1 second, y'all. 1 minute. All right, y'all. I am just about back. Go put this back on. Pause it. Okay. All right, y'all. Thanks for being patient. So yeah, now we just learned a new thing here. Sequestration. What do we call it? I forgot how you pronounced it. Sequestered. I think I said that right. Jury. So we now know what that is. It's when they're going to be housed in a hotel or a house or whatever, and they will be close to the courthouse, and then you got someone supervising it. You know, like a court official supervising them, and they cannot look at newspapers, TV, use social media, use their phones, discussing the case with anyone outside the jury room. That is going to be a hot ass mess. They probably will do this, but these people sitting up here running their damn mouths. Goodness. So we will see. They may do this, guys. You know, they may do it. You know, we just don't know. We'll see, though. We will see. So that's new. No one else said this except over here on Shay's Tube. Thank you, Jermaine. Thank you. What did you say? Okay, so I think even the 6 alternates would have to be. Oh man, really? Is the alternates are people who they call in? They on the standby, right? Like I was on standby. I had to call in every night. This number you can also look online, I think. But I called in every night, and they would tell you have to I think you had to put in your number or something. I can't remember your court number, because what they do is they give you with a group, and I think they give you like a number or something on it on the paperwork, and they tell you to call in every night by a certain time, and you call in to see if you need to come in the next day. And I was so happy that mine has always said you are still on standby, because I did not want to go into that damn court. You be sitting up there and shit all of that time, then they paying you $10. Please. Right. I was so glad. I know that's right. I'm so glad, man. That's crazy. But I was trying to figure out how would they be able to do this and trust these people not to look at anything. The other juror, he already was looking online at jury selection. I mean, damn, that's crazy. Once he got the car, he should have looked then. You know what I'm saying? Because they let you know months before you even have to go in. You know, like for example, when I changed my address, they probably going, because they don't know my address. Because well, no, I'm wrong. Well, they don't know this address, because I forgot when you file your taxes is the way that they can find out where you are at. Okay. So they don't know this address. So, and my mail is not forwarded. So I don't see how they would know my new address to give me one, because they didn't give me one last year. I'm so happy. Because, man, I do not want to go on no damn jury trial. So this is outside the New York City courthouse. Let's see what they got going on here. Let's see what this is. And then I think that's going to be it for this case, because I think I covered everything. I mean, it took a whole hour and it's done. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. I'll just show y'all this little bitty picture, because I'm not trying to be on Facebook. So that's the little courthouse where they left out of today, okay? Okay. So let me see if anything else is on. So this is him today, huh? No, that was yesterday right there. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else on TikTok, and then we are going to be done with this live on day 2 of jury selection for Sean, right? So let's see if there's anything else. Let's do this like this a little bit, and then that's going to be you guys. I'm not going to listen to it, because I know they're just going to repeat it as I just said. So nothing else really new. All right, let's see. Okay. Also, she's going to talk about his facial expressions. Let's hear what she said about his facial expressions. I think I told y'all one thing he was doing, but I didn't get into too much details about that. So let's see. Okay, we did talk about this. Now that was good. I like the way she did that because she didn't go into all this other bull. So that was good, you know. So we did talk about that all already, you know, about him nodding and things like that and smiling. So we did cover that already, but it was nice and refreshing to see her also cover that. Okay. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because they do not want to. Y'all didn't hear anything. Y'all did not hear this lady. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, that's because I didn't even fucking share it. Shane's Tube is a damn nutty fruitcake, you guys. For real, for real, for real. Let me go back to this lady. Something ain't right, y'all, upstairs. Oh my God, man.
Diddy's not just watching his trial, he's reacting to the jurors. And people are noticing. It's lunchtime on day 2 of the Diddy trial. I'm an attorney and I read what happened, so you don't have to. 6 jurors have advanced to the next round and 7 have been dismissed. The court is still working towards a pool of 45 jurors before opening statements next week. Diddy, dressed down again, was quietly observant in court today, literally nodding and shaking his head as jurors spoke. It wasn't subtle. One prospective juror joked that she didn't know anyone on the celebrity witness list, but that she wished she did. And that got a smile out of Diddy. Diddy was nodding when a male designer stated that being on the jury would cost him his commission, but that the base pay would be enough for him to survive. And then he looked at his team and his team nodded back at him too. Overall, the judge and the attorneys are carefully navigating bias, hardship, and credibility. But according to journalists and reporters, Diddy's reactions are clearly a part of the room now too. Jury selections will continue today after lunch and the rest of this week, and we're doing daily updates, so make sure to follow and let me know if you have any comments or questions down below. Diddy's not just watching his trial.
Okay, wait. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I thought I had the thing still sharing it. This still a damn nutty fruitcake, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, refreshing. You know what I'm saying? I like the way she broke it down, didn't go through all that nonsense, and she just told us what's up. She basically repeated what I just said. I think she added one thing that I didn't say, I'm not sure. But overall, we get the picture of what happened today at jury selection day 2. All right, so tomorrow, which is what? Tomorrow is what? Today is Tuesday, right? Why did I say happy and blessed Wednesday? y'all, I be doing too much shit, man. I promise you guys, I thought that it was Wednesday. Today is Tuesday, right? Today is Tuesday. Okay, so tomorrow, okay, so it will be, you know, the 3rd day and then the 4th and the 5th day. So hopefully by Friday, they claim they may wrap it up tomorrow, but I really don't believe that. So definitely by Friday, they should have everybody and stuff. And it's going to be, you know, interesting to see, you know, everything played out. And especially when the actual trial starts. I cannot wait. Y'all heard that video, right? I cannot wait until this damn trial starts completely and we see all of the, you know, or hear about all of the proof they have, especially who could possibly be in these videos, who the witnesses will be, you know, people who are testifying against Diddy. I cannot wait, you guys. This is going to be something else and stuff. And the only thing I can do is give y'all updates and show y'all the sketches and stuff. But we still will, you know, get everything we need to get, you know, from this trial so we can know what's going on. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Hey, don't forget to thumbs up the video if you enjoyed this content. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe below. I know y'all got some laughs today because Shane's Tube be like up here tripping out all the time. Anyway, hit that bell notifications, guys, so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. Make sure you share and leave a comment. Y'all still laughing about that. Okay, I forgot to share the video because remember when I stopped it before, I forgot to share it again. Also, guys, if you want additional support for this channel, you can do a super sticker, chat. What's the other one? Oh, a membership. We always forget about the membership, Jermaine. The membership's for $4.99 and the Cash App donation using $ Shades Tube. Yeah, I used to forget that Cash App all the time, man. But now I remember. So yeah, y'all can do that, you know, if you want to. And like I always say, donations are used to you know, pay for things on this channel like StreamYard, Video IQ, the thumbnails, you know, the software, the backgrounds, all that stuff. It pays for that. It helps to pay for that. All right. So thank you guys so much. Thanks to Jermaine in the place to be, Kim in the place to be. Where's Tissues at? Where's Tissues? He's probably at work or whatever the case is. Thanks to everybody in the bush. Listen to the replay. Y'all, tonight I'll try to come back because I did have some updates on let me take her off. She's good. I should have subscribed to her. Okay. I have some updates today on hold on, let me go to it because I don't remember. Russell Brand, okay. Austin Metcalf's father. All right. I need to take all this other shit off. Let me erase this because it gets me mixed up. And I forgot to tell y'all a story about that humanoid who went crazy in a China testing facility. I'm going to tell you guys about that later on because I forgot. Just let me show y'all this damn creature. All right, this robot. This was up here the other day, and they put it back up here again. They don't have a picture this time. Let me see. They don't have the picture this time. I saw it before. I don't know if that's the actual robot. It may not be the actual robot, okay? But anyway, the pictures that I saw looked tripped out. And I was just making jokes about that to Jermaine a couple of days ago. I mean, we got the video, but I'll show y'all that, tonight. I'm not showing it to you right now, but I will show you. Sorry. I will show you guys this later on. And check this out, y'all. I'm going to tell you about the story of a woman found guilty of selling her daughter, 6 years old, for her eyes and skin. Okay, I told you I'll be getting some crazy ass stories, you guys. Where do they come from? You know what I'm saying? I mean, they just come up on my phone. All right, so I'm gonna tell you guys about that, and I'm gonna put all of these together so I won't forget. And I want to tell y'all about this dad who the police shot and unalived his son while his son was running, and his dad actually ran over a police officer or either that police officer in retaliation. We're going to talk about that tonight. And another dad was shot by officers while holding his infant daughter. We're going to talk about that one too. And did y'all know Rihanna is pregnant again? Congratulations to Rihanna and ASAP. Yep, she's pregnant. I remember when they was talking about she looked like she was pregnant. She's actually expecting another baby. So blessings and congratulations to them. All right. And I already told y'all about Carmela family making a big decision. I already told you guys what that was. Okay. And then Charlemagne, he tortures the mom in the viral N-word video for crowdfunding over $600,000. And you wonder why some people spell America with 3 Ks. We're going to talk about that tonight. And I will be reading some messages from that video, okay, so I can answer those out loud like the other day. All right. We're not going to talk about Kevin Garnett because that is already solved. All right. And I think that's it we're going to talk about tonight. And if I have any other updates, let me let y'all know. I have no updates on Jordan Hill, the little boy who was ran over on the ATV, I think I got that right, by a white dude, and the white dude left. Okay, so no updates regarding that. No updates concerning Javion McGee, the black dude who allegedly they claim HUNGED himself. However, we don't believe that, okay, because it just does not make any sense, all this stuff. So there are no updates on him either. No further updates on Sandra Bland. I did tell you guys some updates a couple months ago. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I told you guys maybe a month or two ago. Who else? Who else did I talk about, Jermaine? Because we was talking about it the other day, and there was no updates on any of these cases. It's like these cases kind of get like swept underneath the rug. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. So I think that's it. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all yesterday about Little Dirk's lawyer clarifying misinformation in his case. So tonight we're going to talk about all of that stuff, okay? And I'm going to check to see how much this little lady made, and we'll finish discussing her ass again. And yeah, they are definitely cold cases, which is plainly ridiculous. And I think that's it, guys. That's it. All right. So have a good day, you know, the rest of your day. And come back tonight if you're up for Night Out Live. I'll try to get it here around, I'll try to do that live around 8 o'clock. It depends on how long I'll be at work and stuff. And we'll go from there. All right. And then tomorrow, of course, I'll be back for day 3. So we were on here an hour and 16 minutes. That's great. It is 3:29. That's great. I need to go jump in the shower and then get ready to go out here to work. I'm going to try to do this Country Wayne reaction video before I leave out and then put that up too as well. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. This is Shades 2. Let me go ahead and take all of this down and we are getting ready to get out of here. All right. So let's get all of this stuff off the screen. Y'all like my background? Jermaine did this one as well. Jermaine, we got to figure out. I'm going to do a picture so you can make me sit on the in the chairs, and then we need to put Diddy up there. We need to put Diddy up there, man. And then we need to do one with Austin. Not Austin, sorry, with Carmelo Anthony. I guess we should. But Diddy, you need to get one with Diddy or just something that represents Diddy up there. You know what I'm saying? We could do that. Or just put me up there, you know. And then put, you know, I'll tell you what, put me up there, and then we do like a person with just a random like cartoon character person that's up there. That way that can represent everybody that I talk about. We should do that. All right. All right. So let me go ahead and change everything. Y'all have a good rest of your day, and I'll see y'all later on or either tomorrow, and have a good night too. And thank you again for watching Shade Tube. All right. Let's take this off. Let's change everything and go. Let's see. Oh God. Until later, you guys. Ta-ta.